From poor farm child to South Korean civilian leader, how did he counterattack step by step? In 1931, Chun Doo-hwan was born in a peasant family. When he was 8 years old, his father lost all his ancestral fields in a gambling game. After a dispute, he accidentally killed a Japanese police officer. To escape, he had to take his family to Jilin, China. That year, he enrolled in a primary school in Jilin. However, before he could memorize Chinese, an innocent fire burned down their house. From then on, the impoverished family had to return to South Korea. His mother also became blind due to chronic malnutrition. The ups and downs along the way also led to the death of 4 of his 10 siblings. After returning to South Korea, to survive, the young Chun Doo-hwan could only work part-time while studying. In 1947, Chun Doo-hwan completed primary school at the age of 16, and it took him another 3 years to finish middle school. While studying at Daegu Industrial High School, although his grades were not outstanding, the spirit of striving for the first place instilled by his father kept him always full of fighting spirit. After the outbreak of the Korean War, Chun Doo-hwan decided to join the army and was admitted with the second-to-last grade in the supplementary recruitment, becoming an officer. However, due to the strict school teaching and daily exams, Chun Doo-hwan, who had a weak academic foundation, had to stay up late to study hard. But Chun Doo-hwan was very active in sports and social activities. He was the goalkeeper and captain of the football team. Every Sunday during practice, Chun Doo-hwan took his teammates to the principal general's house for free meals, and took this opportunity to successfully get together with the general's daughter Lee Soon-ja. The two were married in January 1958, when Chun Doo-hwan was already 28 years old and about to go to the United States for training. Besides marrying a good wife, Chun Doo-hwan also met his future deputy Roh Tae-woo, his follower Kim Boo-dong and others at school. He even founded a 5-star society named after his idol Douglas MacArthur's 5-star title. These people would play an extremely important role in the South Korean army in the future. On May 16, 1961, Park Chung-hee promoted regime change through military action and overthrew the Second Republic. After Park Chung-hee's coup, he was eager to get the support of the army. At this critical juncture, Chun Doo-hwan decisively chose to organize more than 800 Army Cadet School students to support Park Chung-hee, holding a massive march on the streets of Seoul and chanting slogans in support of national reconstruction. This demonstration quickly stabilized the foundation of Park Chung-hee's regime, so Chun Doo-hwan was exceptionally appointed as Secretary of the Speaker's Office of the Supreme Council for National Reconstruction, responsible for directly handling public petitions. This position became a springboard for him to approach the core of power. During his tenure at the Blue House, Chun Doo-hwan showed a high degree of political attachment to Park Chung-hee, repeatedly referring to Park Chung-hee as his father in public, frequently visiting the Blue House, treating Park's children as siblings, and even accompanying Park Chung-hee to boxing training many times. This intimate relationship made his career path extremely smooth, and soon he was promoted to a general at the Blue House by Park Chung-hee, in charge of security work. During this period, for defeating the assassins sent by North Korea, Chun Doo-hwan was promoted to colonel by Park Chung-hee in one fell swoop, becoming the highest-ranking officer among his peers. In 1970, Chun Doo-hwan led the 29th Regiment of the White Horse Division to participate in the Vietnam War. He returned home a year later and was exceptionally promoted to commander of the Air Brigade. Then he became more and more successful, and by March 1979, Chun Doo-hwan had been appointed commander of the Republic of Korea Army Security Command. There were even rumors that he was Park Chung-hee's hand-picked successor. On the night of October 26, 1979, a sudden gunshot rang out in Gangjeong-dong, Seoul. Kim Jae-gyu, director of the Central Intelligence Agency, actually pulled a gun and shot Park Chung-hee during a dinner, ending his nearly 20-year rule over South Korea. After the news broke, South Korean politics was thrown into chaos, and Chun Doo-hwan, who held the power of the military and police, acutely realized the opportunity. He first cooperated with President Choi Kyu-ha to declare martial law across the country, then took the initiative to undertake the accident investigation. On December 7, Chun Doo-hwan ordered Roh Tae-woo to be transferred back to Seoul from the 38th parallel, and called a group of confidants to secretly discuss a coup. On the evening of December 12, Chun Doo-hwan launched a coup. On the pretext of being suspected of colluding with Kim Jae-gyu, he arrested acting President Choi Kyu-ha, Defense Minister Roh Jae-hyun and others. Since all military and police power was in Chun Doo-hwan's hands, the coup met with little resistance. So far, South Korea finally ushered in the era of the Fifth Republic. After the December 12 coup in 1980, Chun Doo-hwan offered the most tempting benefit in history to tens of thousands of South Korean soldiers. The daily meal standard for soldiers soared from 301 to 15,001, better than that of the U.S. troops stationed in South Korea, completely getting rid of the bad habit of soldiers only eating staple food, and he frankly said, "I will not monopolize this honor alone." After Park Chung-hee's death,